which would give me a nourishing environment to teach and which is more meaningful for a child to be in. And during this search, when I came across Waldorf education, I was struck by the beauty, the gentleness and the creativity of this whole system. And after coming across this, there was a whole change from looking for something for me and my child. I moved to, this is so beautiful. It needs to reach out, just not to my child, but many children. It needs to be taken to many children. And that's how came the whole impulse of starting a school which is inspired or based on his profound philosophy by Dr. Rudolf Steiner, known as Waldorf education. Thus Swadhaa was born.
For me, Swadhaa was, was an eye-opener, and it reinforced those kind of feelings that I had during my childhood, that why I'm being asked to study, why I'm not allowed to play, and why I can't learn something naturally, why some things have been forced on me. The questions were lingering on me, and in 30 years those questions build up. And when my kid started going to school, she had the same kind of questions. So we started looking out, should we have an alternate way of education where we can live our life the way we want and learn accordingly. The way the plants, the trees, the birds learns, why not the human being can do?
The basic developmental needs of kids have not changed for years. They need a caring adult. They need to physiologically take care of their bodies. They need to be mentally healthy. They need sleep, basics. What we're finding is that the focus has been much more on fast-paced, competitive achievement and pushing them in a way that's been really negative.
The pace has become so fast, and then we say, okay, at age 4 they should be able to do this. Yes, they could do it if you push them, but what's missing? What are they not doing?
What I like about the Swadhaa school is that they're not in a hurry as far as developing children is concerned. I think it's a good alternative to those other schools in town which think of child as a resource who must be taught very fast. These people are not in a hurry, they're relaxed and do things at the pace of the child. That's what I like.
The Waldorf philosophy is to start a little bit later. I mean, you don't start kindergartners with reading. Kindergartners should be playing.
The developmental needs of a young child are particularly met in unstructured, free play, creative play. It engages their visual senses, their fine motor skills, their gross motor skills. It develops their language skills, their social interaction with their classmates.
No, what are you doing eeny, meeny, miny, moe for?
So initially you have this peer pressure that there is a certain way of Waldorf which goes slow in the beginning, but then I was not worried, but the people were putting so much pressure, like, oh my god, she's not reading and writing. And believe me, I did not come to know when my daughter started reading and writing, and now she wants to do it. I mean, this is so perfect that whenever they are in their pace, or in that age, they automatically started. That is the Waldorf way, and I have experienced it with my daughter. And she loves reading now. She wants to write all the more. That's what we are seeing nowadays. I mean, what more you want?
So in this system, the curriculum is meeting the child where the child is at any point of time. Vis-a-vis the child stretching to meet the needs of the curriculum and getting stressed.
I started off as an assistant teacher, and I have learned a great deal of how Waldorf education nurtures a child's mind, body and soul. I'm really thankful to Swadhaa for giving me this opportunity.
So the love of learning is what Swadhaa cultivates, and that's brilliant, because that really gets Kimaya to internalize what she's doing in a very experiential fashion. So she'll actually do things, she'll learn about it, and that's a brilliant thing about Swadhaa and Waldorf in general.
That it's a group consciousness that they bring along. I mean, it's not the I thing that I am reading this, I am doing this. It's not. It's totally a non-competitive way of learning, and it happens so beautifully that the child has his or her self-esteem, and which is so important. I feel. And then there is joy of learning when you have that in you and no comparison. So it just takes you somewhere else. A child at peace, that is what is important. That's what.
If you look at the things that the Silicon Valley CEOs are saying that they really want to see:
creativity, communication, and collaboration.
Interpersonal skills, socialization, teamwork.
A curiosity and a persistence and a drive.
Something that needs to make you keep going when you're sitting in the lab and you just, nobody's telling you what to do.
We believe in creating leaders. We believe in creating creators and masters in whatever field a person, a child would express himself as. This is for those who believe in allowing their children to just be, to just express, and to just enjoy their lives.
Being a Waldorf parent, we have actually understood that it is really wonderful to see your kid growing up and learning very naturally without any pressure, and learning the natural things, the daily things, the life skills, which are like very important than only studying, reading, writing. So that is something that really makes us proud to say that we are Swadhaa parents.
Not just because it's a play way of learning, but it makes education so much more interesting, which is what it is meant to be. Education is supposed to be something that
brings out the curiosity of the kid and makes the kid actually ask questions and like it and want it, rather than it being a meaningless rote kind of methodology that it has ended up being in conventional schools. My kid in the conventional school did not really take so much to education, and she found it boring. And if that was the case that happened to her right at grade 1, then I thought that it would end up being a disaster as she grew up. That's when I learned about Waldorf education. I learned about Swadhaa School, met Shefali teacher and the folks there, and found that I have found the right place.
You want to know a secret? Some of the tech world's biggest gurus are actually sending their own children to schools without a single computer. They're called Waldorf schools, and they are unplugged on purpose.
What we really were looking for is that our child should be in harmony with herself and with the nature. So that is what I think more or less Waldorf gives us. That was the motivation for us to join Waldorf School and Swadhaa.
In the Waldorf education philosophy, when it comes to educating the whole child, the whole means the body, the soul, and the mind of the child. And at every stage in the content of the curriculum and in the delivery of the curriculum, it is seen that the child is strong. There's a huge stress on building health through the curriculum content and its delivery, on building imaginative thinking, again through the curriculum, on building the inner being of the child, the soul of the child. There's a whole stress on the teacher and also the inner work that the teacher needs to do to radiate out the knowledge and the information, and also the basic attitude towards herself and the children around.
Your children well, their fathers have.
मैं यहाँ बच्चों को हिंदी पढ़ाती हूँ और मुझे यहाँ बच्चों को सिखाने के साथ साथ बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिलता है। यहाँ मुझे बहुत मन की शांति मिलती है, बच्चों को पढ़ाने के बाद भी और बच्चों के साथ काम करने के साथ भी। मुझे यहाँ आकर बहुत अच्छा लगता है और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं यहाँ जिस जगह हूँ तो मैं बहुत अच्छे काम में हूँ। धन्यवाद।
It's really amazing how each member of the Swadhaa team offers themselves with dedication and love to our children, and that is what makes the difference.
Hi, I'm Tejan and I'm a grade 2 teacher at Swadhaa Waldorf School. Every day when I come here, I see that there is a sense of nourishment that children see when teachers, parents, friends, grandparents, everyone worked together joyfully. This is a truly nourishing environment where everyone is stress-free and feels appreciated.
It's really fulfilling, and yes, every day it teaches me to not to conclude on a child and just step back and look at him as a whole and in a bigger picture. Yeah, that's what it teaches me every day, and it's really fun being in Swadhaa. Thank you.
And in the journey of the 8 months, not only kid, but we have learned a lot of things. We learned how together we can build something. The joy of doing something is much more than the end product. So this is the journey that I have till now, and I think it's more to come. Thank you.
In education, really everything makes sense, and for the students, they may have forgotten everything what we teach them about physics and chemistry and geography, but what they really will remember, how we work together even if we had different opinion. It's very important. For they are not aware maybe, but that makes sense for their life. And when you have a school and as an example, everybody is just looking for his way, then they will behave like this. And we try to really to be social beings. And when we play, for example, flute together, or when we sing, the reason is not that we want to make our students become musicians or singers or so, but when you sing together, when you play music together, you have to listen to the other, and you have to balance yourself. If you don't do it, you are solo, and you don't have to care about all the others. And in modern life, this is a really important question for the future. The social question is one of the important questions.
Not actually an education system, it's our life that people normally used to live, now they have forgotten this corporate world. So that brought us to Swadhaa.